let's talk about the debate today. What did you think of JD Vance? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to muck around, I'm not going to pretend I was always in the corner. He had a terrible start to his time as a vice presidential candidate. There's the dogs and cat stuff. There's the childless cat lady stuff that meant a caricature was built of him. But at that debate, he absolutely blew it away. He blew it all away, and people now see him as the handbrake on Trump.
Well, I liked him from the time I read his book, which I read back in 2016, and if I remember, I brought it in.
You did, Hillbilly Elegy, yes, you did.
So I thought today he was a very polished performer, very competent, instilled in somebody who is watching that you could trust that bloke.
Yes.
And also it shows good succession planning. It shows a complementarity between Trump and Vance, which just doesn't exist between Kamala and Mr.
Trump,
Vance. Yeah. There's no working synergy there to benefit America at all.
Yeah.
So I just think what we saw was something that gave great confidence. I would think every Republican would be very happy, as Megan said on your clip.
Yeah.
But I thought his ability to finesse was also very good.
Because, I mean, look, the reality of anyone with a big and long and complicated life is that there are going to be some things that when they come back, you either have to turn around and say, yes, I was wrong, sorry about that, or, and if you are in that position, then it's pretty obvious what the trick is. Yes, 100% wrong, here's the subject, right? Like, we know what happens. But when Waltz was confronted on that China question, and it's, again, the only grab I played of the debate tonight, the fact that the 2-minute answer went everywhere and nowhere and frankly just filled you with the sense of dread that honestly I hadn't felt since the Biden implosion in the first minutes of that debate. It's not as bad because he'll stay on the ticket, all the rest of it, but it was that bad.
Yeah, it was.
What do you reckon, Michael?
Mate, I loved your voiceover. I loved your voiceover earlier in the show because it just pointed out that this polybabble waffle just went on and on. Look, here's the truth of what happened. Waltz is obviously a reasonable person. He plods away. He's a football coach or whatever he is. He's probably a nice guy. But Vance is in a class of his own, and it showed today. I mean, Vance is a class actor. Right? Bronwyn, like you, I read that book. What a magic piece of writing that is. I mean, the guy's got a phenomenal intellect, an extraordinary backstory. Yeah. He wasn't in Dallas the day Kennedy was killed, obviously. Poor old Tim Waltz. I mean, that was embarrassing. I mean, who says that? Yeah. Who says that? What Waltz said. But anyway, so the truth is it doesn't affect the result much historically, but boy, it's given the Trump-Vance ticket a big lift. And Paul, you may not have noticed, but you know I keep quoting the betting markets occasionally. Yeah. The reason you look at the betting markets is they don't care who wins. They're not biased. They don't give a stuff who wins. It's all about the money. So you look at them and, it's not like a CNN poll or a CNN show or whatever where it's, they're trying to pump up this one or that one. They're trying to pump up the Democrats. For the first time in 6 weeks, Donald Trump has taken the lead again in the betting markets. From Harris, not so much because of the debate, but because of what's happening in the Middle East, in my opinion, where they think you've got on the one hand a San Francisco liberal and a football coach. That's one mob, and then you got that nasty Donald Trump. And a very serious player in Vance on the other hand. So what is happening in world geopolitics is affecting the vote in America. And as I said, Trump is now favourite to win.
100%. Also, there is a huge strike which is happening in and around the docks, meaning nothing's moving off the ports. That's gone for a couple of days. If it goes any longer, well, people will start to notice, and that too will cause its troubles. We're out of time for tonight. So thank you very much to former senators, future senators, and just you for watching.